Okay, things that just are there because they're there. Okay. Bush Stadium, St. Louis, Missouri. Wouldn't that be fantastic? Like George Bush or any of the Bushes hiding out in the jungle in Misery, Missouri. I looked around and I found a few things. Look what we can do. The C creates a 2. It also creates it the other way. It also creates the 5, the 3, the E, the F, the L, the V. When you take 2 C's and bring them together, you get the H upside down. When you flip them the other way, here's the line in the center. It's an automatic line between 2. It's a crack fitting 2 together. You get C and C looking like 0, but you got the 8 in the center. It says it's the heaven of 8, and that's how they connect it. We're just turning inside. Everything comes together. Eventually, this will be finished. It didn't look like anything to start, and it might not be anything to finish. But you see the 2 pyramids connected together to one central. You're not going to put 2 down here, otherwise it stays as 2 corridors. Over here, you see the way it goes far, far, far in the back? It took me 6 years to figure out how to do that, where each one is on top of each other. And I still don't know. I'm not even sure where to go next. There's just so many things. 11 times 11 times 11 times 11. 14, 6, 41. Take away the 6 in between. You have 1, 4, 4, 1, or 5, 2, 2. 5, 2, 2, 5. And that's bringing it into the 7 world. But I know no one's going to follow me, because you can't follow that stuff. I'm not sure what I have out here. I have a sore throat. Yes, what I did want to remind people is this. This has been a thought of mine since the very beginning. First, I'm going to bring you back to Bush Stadium. Somehow I ended up on Bush Stadium, and it shows you Bush, and then it says Anheuser-Busch. What about Alzheimer's Bush? You know what I'm saying? Why the arc in St. Louis? Because everybody knows an arc-en-ciel in French is a rainbow. And the arc in the sky is what it says. Because up near the Great Lakes, Niagara Falls, there's something special that comes down over St. Louis all the way towards Kansas City. And the expression is in the interstates. But what I came here right now is Ganymede, Titan, Mercury, Callisto, Io, Moon, Europa, Triton, Pluto, Titania. These planets, especially our moon, which is 3,476, 34th president of the Spirit of 76, was actually JFK. The 43rd is Barack Obama. You can call him the bum on the corner. You can say Baruch Adonai and Barak if you want, because it's all based on the Hebrew Torah. That's what tells me life is real for us. It's got to be real. They want the smart ones, right? Titania is 1580. The French expression of that is 95, okay, which means 4 times 20 plus 15. That's 2015, if I had to use it in the date. Pluto is our birth. It gets 2,300 kilometers. You got 2 zeros. Those are the 2 eggs. Mercury, okay, is the space we get. Somehow Mercury gives us space. Why? Because it has 80, which means 4 times 20, giving us 1 space, which means it's giving us 1/4 of space, which means, again, 48 equals to 44, which means space, which means our breath, the spirit element. Callisto gives us the place to live. It seems like we are living somewhere in Callisto. Don't forget, what you think are miles and kilometers are not the same thing. When the new world shows up, everything's going to change. Low is 3642, which is a total of 78 239s. So I know right away it has to do with soul and spirit. The SSMI, SSI, SSIPPI. It means 9/11, 9/11, call me up, the one spirit of 6, help, help, help. the Mississippi divides. I'm telling you, if we're not on Earth, okay, if we're not on Earth, then they can separate whatever they want, state by state, highway by highway. Do you think the highway codes are just there because they're highway codes, or CB codes are there because of CB codes? No, they built America from underneath the ground and up over thousands of years. That's why you're not allowed to dig in certain areas, and in certain areas it just caves in. It was made to be that way. So we have these moons. I really have nowhere to go, and I don't feel too good. I haven't been writing too much. I'm tired. Maybe I've got the flu. I've never had this before. But I want a cigarette. I haven't smoked since this time last week. It's a whole week. But my throat hurts now. Maybe it's my thyroid gland, because now I have to take pills for my thyroid gland, and I was threatened. My doctor said, if you don't take them, I'm not going to be your doctor. Well, what if I don't take them? While I was diagnosed of having the problem with the thyroid gland, for a period of 7 months, it took me to get a doctor's appointment. I was okay. All of a sudden, 7 weeks after I take the thyroid gland, I get sick. It's supposed to help my immune system. What is it supposed to do? It's a director. Hello, director. You're my roid, which says the king. It's the caterpillar gland. You know what I'm saying? Abracadabra, I'm something else right now. Somebody's got control of you. Can you shut it down? Or am I just another lost case? I don't think so. I just bring everything out to light. I need it for lunch in discussion. I didn't say very much. Not too much to say. G.W. Bush. G is 7. W is 23 is 5. 7, 5, and 2. Right? 7, 5, and 2. I want to see something now. Opening up a deck of cards. Steamline. Usually they have something special on the jokers. So I got to figure out what it is. No, it doesn't say anything on the jokers. But we get a card here, and we get a card here. We get another card? No. So what can we see on these cards? U.S. playing cards. No, it doesn't show me anything special. And it shows me steamline. Steamline could be a steamliner, could be an ocean liner. So I'm going to try to look for another one in here. It's rare that you ever get to hear me really quiet, eh? Here it says B92. 9 and 2 is 11. The 2 looks like a 5. The 6 and 9, they look like each other. The 5 and 2 look like the 7. So, you know, they play games with you. You understand? I'm going to try and find out if I can find that card. Here's another trick. The Jack is a V, the Queen is a D, the King is an R for the roid. Car names, sports, goaltenders, left wing, right wing, center, 5 in the front with 3 forwards and 2 defense with 1 goaltender, 3-2-1, pyramid style hockey play. Have you ever seen that before? Baseball. You got 3 in the outfield, 1 behind the plate is 4. You got 5, 1 is in the center, you got 4 all around. Football, 11 men on the field. But if the center guy who took the ball weighed 800 pounds and he was fast as lightning, no one would be able to stop him. You ever see that in football? A guy weighs 500 pounds, he can run like hell. You pass the ball 1 time to him, 2 guys can't get him down. You need 4 guys, 5 guys on him. Maximum you'll ever get is 3. He's going to score a touchdown every single time. But you don't see that. In basketball, you see a guy that's 7'5". He can stick his hand in the basket, but yet he can't score. You understand? Some things just seem like they could be done, they can't be done. And then from a guy like me, things that don't look like they could be done might be done. But it's not me. It's the games people play. Prince Charles is on the board. Pacific is on the board. Pacific Coast is the other 7286. It creates two X's around our globe, 7286, and it's the furthest point away. And everything's measured between 40 and 60. And the angle is 45, so they don't play that in tennis. And 88 keys in piano. Won't talk about how they adjust the guitars. And in 2009, the College Basketball Association, I think it was the College Basketball Association, or was it the March Madness, or it was the end playoffs for the NBA or the All-Star game, but they did something that was connected to the New World Order, and no one since up to now, I haven't heard a word about it. It's a special sign of the S. Anyways, whatever that is, so the C can create the S, and it sounds like the S. The C can create the E and the 3, and Earth is the third planet, and E is the 5th letter. So go and continue and doing it. And I do know something, but I just don't know what I know. I just know the basic thing is this is a made-up electronic world. And we're not alone. That's all. Raphael, 7286. Thank you for watching.